Teacher Joe here from the Georgina Public Library, and I'm very excited to be reading bedtime stories today from the Pefferlaw branch. I'm in beautiful Pefferlaw, and they have a wonderful collection of stories for all types of wishes, wants, and needs. But today, of course, it's bedtime stories. So let's sing our Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And you can do the hand actions. If you're an adult and you're going to sing this with a baby, you can just twinkle your fingers to make them over top of baby. Are you ready? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. If you're not 100% sure what a real diamond looks like, ask an adult, and maybe they've got a diamond ring or something with a diamond on it. I'm going to say hello to Karen, who is my videographer today. And actually, I see she's got a diamond ring on her finger. So, our first book today is from Sandra Boynton. And this is a Little Simon book. And Sandra Boynton writes all these great stories, but they only come in board books. So if you want Sandra Boynton, you need to go to the board book section, the BB section in the library. And yes, we are open. Check our website, georginalibrary.ca. Lots and lots more hours we're open now. You can place a hold and come and pick your things up safely if that's more to your liking and needs. So Sandra Boynton, and here we go. Your pajamas are on. There's a duck on your head. I think that it means you are ready for bed. So stretch out your arms and give a big yawn. And now I will sing you a go to sleep song. Ready? Ready. Go to sleep, my zoodle, my fibbly fitsy foo. Go to sleep, little noodle. It's time to say achoo. The chicken's in the bathtub. The sneakers in the freezer are drifting off to sleep. So go to sleep, my zoodle, my flibbity fitsy foo. Go to sleep, sweet noodle. The owl is whispering moo. Good night, zoodle. Good night, fitsy foo. Super quick, super fun, and a really silly song. So that is Silly Lullaby, Sandra Boynton, and you can get those out at the library in Pefferlaw. I think there's one in Keswick as well. So I'm going to do a little bit of book show and tell for some suggestions for bedtime. This is Mortimer, probably one of my absolute all-time favorite stories. To be honest, it's not a bedtime story. It's a little too loud and a little too crazy, but maybe you would read it first and then kind of slow down a bit. But Robert Munch, a great Canadian children's author, and that's available in all our branches, or we keep them on the shelves. You better check before you come over just in case someone else has borrowed them. But that's our bedtime story. Good Night, Bunny by Lauren Thompson. And I'm just going to show you a couple of the pictures. Good night, cattails and moonlight glow. Lovely, sweet, whimsical pictures with very easy text. Not too long a story, and lots of fun to read. This is an adventure all aboard the Moonlight Train, and it's by Kristen Crowe. Again, I'll show you some of the pictures. If you're like the style that this is kind of steampunk, it's kind of a combination of science fiction and fantasy, where lots of things are gears and such. And this is very much in the style of Graham Bass, in his art as well. But a great adventure on The Moonlight Train. A real Canadian astronaut, Chris Hadfield, wrote this book. The Fan Brothers drew the pictures for him. So you've got a super Canadian book, and we're all about the darkest dark. So that was about Chris Hadfield when he was little. All right. And this is one that many of the parents had when they were kids. Maybe you could ask your family if they had Franklin in the Dark. It's about Franklin the Turtle, and I think lots of children have seen Franklin on television now. And Franklin has a little problem. He's afraid of the dark. So he goes to visit all his friends to see what they do when they're afraid of something. And it's really funny to find out that Polar Bear wears long underwear because he's afraid of freezing. So you're going to get to find out at the very end of this story what Franklin does to solve his problem about being afraid of the dark. So my next story for you is written by Jane Yolen and Mark Teague. And favorite books of mine, How Do Dinosaurs Say Goodnight? There's a whole series of these fantastic books, and they're from Blue Sky Press, which is part of the Scholastic family. Are we ready there, Karen? Am I in the thing? Mm-hmm. Here we go. How does a dinosaur say goodnight when Papa comes in to turn off the light? Does a dinosaur slam his tail and pout? Does he throw his teddy bear all about? Does a dinosaur stomp his feet on the floor and shout, I want to hear one book more? Remember when we see it in big letters, we get to say it in a bigger voice. Does a dinosaur roar? How does a dinosaur say goodnight when Mama comes in to turn off the light? Does he swing his neck from side to side and up and demand a piggyback ride? Does he mope? Does he moan? Does he sulk? Does he sigh? Does he fall on top of the covers and cry? Nope. Dinosaurs don't. They don't even try. They give a big kiss. They turn out the light. Close your eyes, turn out your lights. They tuck in their tails. They whisper good night. They give a big hug and then one kiss more. Uh-oh, turn this page, Joe. And it's supposed to say, good night, little dinosaur. I say good night, little dinosaur to my dogs when I tuck them in at night and they sleep in dog crates, but that was kind of a fun one to sing. All right, a good night song. So this one, my mom used to sing to me when I was really little, and I sang it to my younger daughter because this was her favorite. And it sort of doesn't really make a lot of sense anymore, but it's cool. So it's, go to sleepy little baby, go to sleepy little baby. When you wake, we'll pat a cake and ride a shiny little pony. And there you have it. Thanks for joining us for Bedtime Stories, and we'll see you again soon.